Oh, hey, everybody. Wasn't ready to go to bed yet, so I figured I'd jump on the stream and see if any of you guys are not ready to go to bed yet either. So it's pretty dang good stream by the Junkies tonight. I don't know if you guys were watching the whole time or getting in and out like I was. Those marathon streams, man, I just have a hard time keeping up for the whole time, but I try to get as much as I can. What's up, Trev Wilson, Steve Dameron, Tim Evans? Thank you all for being here. Yeah, man, late night rolls are really where it's at. You can do hot birdie rolls any time of day, but late night is when the rolls come out to play. The rolls, the time to shine. Shiny rolls. My rolls are shiny. It's the butter. It's hard to say. Anyways, what are you guys sipping on? I was actually going to crack this new cigar blend that I got. I say it's new. It's actually my oldest one. What's up, Cole? Oh, Daniel Kerber. What's going on, brother? Scary Peeper is in this biatch. Well, I'm glad you are, brother. Welcome. Sipping on a little Early Times Bottled and Bond. Man, I wish people would shut up about that. Not you. I'm talking about the YouTubers. Everybody's talking about how it's going to go away, which it is, but I need to find some bottles for Daddy before it disappears. Oh, good call on the Buffalo Trace store pick. A little 1910. Yeah, so this is my newest cigar blend. Newest to me, but it's actually the oldest one I own. It is a batch 17. So very interested to taste this. Got this through the kindness of a good friend in Sacramento, California. And he hand-delivered it to me last week. So if you're watching this, thanks, John. Appreciate you, buddy. What's up, One Mo Cast? Yeah, Tim, I've batch 24. And it is freaking ridiculous. I had the choice between 23 and 24, and I had to go with Kobe over Jordan. RIP, Mamba. But yeah, that 24, man, it's freaking fantastic. Oh, speaking of freaking fantastic, should have known this. I mean, it's cigar blend after all. It's freaking tasty. Oh, Calvin's doing an Old Forester blind. Yeah, man, that's there's not really a bad Old Forester product, in my opinion. Now, that being said, F Woodford Reserve oat whiskey, also Brown-Forman product. But other than that, man, I really don't have a Brown-Forman product that I don't care for. So, gotta grab the Stag Junior. Might as well, man. I mean, there's only one way to go to the future, and that's fast. Well, that is man, it's like I like my women rich and ridiculous. Sorry, honey, that was a little joke. She is very successful, but that was tacky. Man, this is good. Hey, what's up, Jason? Welcome to the Late Show. Come on in, buddy. Yeah, so this is the, forgive my tasting notes, but this is the darkest cigar blend, flavor-wise, that I own. It is extremely deep and rich. Like, think if the rest of cigar blend is dark chocolate, this is like baker's chocolate. Like, there's not a lot of sweetness to it. It's incredibly rich. Great flavor, good stuff. Oh, man. Matt Porter, the world's top whiskey taster, was in my chat, and I feel better for it. So, brother, good night. I'm so proud of you. I cried like a little bitch watching your video earlier. I was bawling. Like, I watch all of my YouTube in the shower, and I was watching the video in the shower and just crying, and it was great. It was a good time for all, and by all I mean me and my iPhone. So yeah. Scary Peeper 132.3 is batch 12. It's freaking delicious. Yeah, freaking good. Batch 12 is the best I've had, but I haven't opened my batch 14 yet. So I've heard great things about 14. I hope it's good. But yeah, 12 was fantastic. But yeah, back to this bad boy. This is freaking tasty. Also, I wanted to have a little bit of a agenda here versus just chatting it up. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I love chatting it up with you guys. But I was looking at the 5 whiskeys that you have to have according to Reddit, and got your everyday sipper, impress your guests, mixer, Friday, treat yourself pour, and the special occasion pour. So yeah, that's a thing I wanted to do. And so we're actually going to go in not order, because this is going to be my Friday treat yourself pour. Cigar blend is my favorite. Yeah, Daniel Kerber, it's a major award. So I don't know if you guys can see. But yeah, my kids got me that for Christmas last year, and I freaking love it. So it's adorable. I also added some LED Christmas lights behind me. So, hashtag festive. But yeah, Tim, I agree, man. Anytime I see Stag Junior, it doesn't matter. I hope that it's batches 1, 2, 3, or 9, because those are the batches I'm missing for my vertical. But it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's under $100 and on the shelf for being offered to me. I don't care. I'm in. But yeah, so this would be my treat yourself pour. I really love Magnus. Nancy Fraley's doing an incredible job over there, especially with the cigar blend. She just mixes some really, really amazing bourbon. So Ryan Parker just opened the Maker's Mark SC4 PR5 KS6 JM7 BN8. Did I catch a 9er? You're trailing off. Are you calling from a walkie-talkie? Fragile, yeah. So yeah, cigar blend is on my list of top 5. I've got another one coming from New Jersey, so promise not to mix it with water. Is that, Jason, is New Jersey anywhere close? I mean, the only New Jersey I know is Sopranos, and I don't know. I feel like I'd insult Gandolfini if I were to try to do an impersonation. Man, that's good. Yeah, the bottles are absolutely gorgeous, Casey. It's that gold. I mean, golly, there's just so much presence to it. It's almost as pretty as the leg next to it. I mean, look at that. It's just exceptional. Yep. Oh yeah, Daniel, world's top whiskey taster, Matt Porta, he's killing it. Yeah, I thought so, Jason. I had worked for a company that was based out of Bridgewater, New Jersey, and it was actually like almost more Midwest than Jersey / New York, Brooklyn accent. It was sort of like non-regional diction. Had a good time there. Yeah, I could see where like Newark would be certainly much more of that northeaster twang come on. Oh man. So the next is the Daily Drinker. I'll go back to the beginning. And my Daily Drinker, catch a lot of hate for this, but sorry. As long as I still have a good stock of it, I'm going to continue to drink it. It's amazing. Weller Antique 107. Freaking love this bottle. This is the whiskey that I really truly credit with turning me from a bourbon enjoyer into a bourbon enthusiast, and later on into a bourbon crackhead, bourbon junkie. Freaking incredible whiskey, sweet and rich, great combination of both, and definitely deserves a spot in the top 5. So there it is. Yeah, one more cast. It's not easy to find. So I've never seen Cigar Blend in the wild ever. So I've had to resort to using the power of the internets and networking to find mine. So hey, congratulations, Cole. That's great, man. I'm glad you found your first bottle of 107. To be honest, I haven't seen a bottle of 107 in my part of Texas since May. So, man, Scary Peeper, I'm gonna have to go with the barrel proof or the 4-grain. It's gonna be what mood I'm in. If I'm in the mood for super dense flavor, hot whiskey, the E.H. Taylor barrel proof I think is superior. But if you want something that is unique and delicious and sweet and rich, the E.H. Taylor 4-grain is very difficult to beat. I think that it's better than a lot of Buffalo Trace super premiums. So I'd put it up against several. I'd probably put it above many years of Georgia, not all, and then definitely above Thomas Handy. So yeah. Oh yeah. No, Tim, Dusty 107, like truly Dusty 70s 107 is on my list of things to drink before I die. I'd love to have a gold vein. It'd be the shit. Yeah, Bourbon Santa's the man. He actually sent me my second cigar blend, and I'm super grateful to him. It's a great guy. Oh man, Scary Peeper. Have you had the Maker's 46 cask strength? That's what I've been looking for. It's eluded me so far, but we'll find it. Hey, what's up, Shelf Turds? How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Doing a little late night drinking, a little thinking. Hopefully not any stinking. All right. And that will bring me to my what's the next one? We're doing great. Impress your guests. So this one is to impress guests. And I don't know if you guys can see it. The glare is horrific. But that is Smoke Wagon Uncut and Filtered. And it impresses guests. First of all, the presentation is fantastic. The Old West style bottle with the badass wax seal on it with the pistols is freaking cool. And then the flavor of it is absolutely ridiculous. So, and also it's not super difficult to find. It is difficult to find, but it's not impossible to find or near impossible to find. So it's one you don't mind sharing with, a bunch of guests. It doesn't have to be a special occasion to crack it open. You can, if somebody's new to whiskey and wants to come over, I just poured myself 3 fingers of Smoke Wagon. So buckle up, everybody. It's about to get weird. Oh, hey, Whiskey Rye, the bourbon guy. Welcome to the stream. Oh, hey, Kira, the other shelf turd. So I don't know where you guys are at, David and Kira, but I'm in Texas and it is still Tuesday. So it is what it is. If you guys want to drink some early Wednesday and you're in Eastern Standard Time, I don't mind and I don't judge. So welcome. Calvin, you'll find it, buddy. You'll find it. They're working on their distribution, and Aaron just bought a shitload of barrels, so they're going to have a bunch coming out. So that's great news. Ultra fancy wax. Yes, Thrasher. It is the fanciest of waxes. So, and it doesn't crumble in your hands. Take note, Jim Beam. I don't know how one dude in Nevada desert is whipping your ass, but he is. Do better. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Impress Yourself was a cigar blend for sure. So, yeah, that's the sauce for the bows. Oh man, yeah, Steve. I wish we had a Specs in Midland. It's under my skin the way that the distributor handled selling Smoke Wagon in the state of Texas, but nothing we can do about it. So no need to bitch. Oh yeah, Michigan. So yeah, I think that's Eastern time. I'm trying to remember where the mitten is. If there's part of the mitten that's in Central. So yeah, Beam has the rare exploding wax. It will explode. It will make a huge mess. Your wife will be furious. It will ruin vacuum cleaner bristles. It's great. It's the best. Hey, Edward Fulmer. Sipping on some Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof. The only Jack Daniel's worth drinking. So I was talking to some buddies the other day about our Instagrams and, you know, just being nerds and wondering, you know, what helps the algorithm, what hurts it, and what you can post to get a bunch of views. And I have a couple of friends in my close group of friends, and they've posted some just regular loops on their not their story but their reels of them pouring Jack Daniels into a glass and immediately skyrocket in reach and exposure. It's freaking hilarious. So if you see me pouring Jack Daniels, mind your business. Man, this the Smoke Wagon is fantastic, far superior to any Jack Daniels product. That's smart, Scary Peeper. I never thought about opening my Jim Beam Products outdoors. Yeah, I had most recently I was reopening a Booker's from 2016, and I thought that the wax was pretty good on the cork, and it just went freaking everywhere, all over the place in the carpet. It was terrible. Man, what's up, Marcus? Sooner Dad's in the chat. It's my buddy that lives about 40 minutes away. Man, if it wasn't so late already, I'd tell you to drive over and jump on the stream with me. We'll get you on one of these for sure. Man. So those of you that haven't had Smoke Wagon, if you're in an area that has Backbone bourbon, and some of the Backbone uncut is very similar, in my opinion, to the Smoke Wagon Uncut and Filtered. Similar in age, similar in MGP spicy citrus, delicious goodness. So if you can get your hands on that, it's fantastic. Remus Reserve, or just the regular Remus store picks, they're similar in a lesser way. They're not as aggressive. That's not what I meant to say. They're not as delicious as what the Smoke Wagon is, but they're close. So, Jack Daniel's slime pour while wearing a thong is better than Pappy. Yeah, I mean that would probably get me some engagement, but also probably some weird DMs from my grandmother. What are you doing? Stop it! You're making me embarrassed. My grandmother's not Adam Sandler, but when I do an impersonation of her, she is, apparently. Welcome. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, Ryan, that's a good point. So I've got 3 different Remus store picks, and they actually all vary slightly. So that's a great point. They can vary, but also so can the Smoke Wagon batches. They They just started putting the batch number on the back at the top, but if you look at the proof on the bottom, this one's a 57.3. You're gonna have to take my word for it. There it is. Every proof is a different batch that Aaron mixed, and they all taste a little different. And they're all, I haven't had a bad one, but they are different. So Edward, my thoughts on Russell's Reserve 10 is to skip it and go to the Russell Reserve single barrel. Try to find one that's 10 years old, because there are some that are 10 years old, and go for the extra proof, because in my opinion, the higher proof of the Russell's Reserve single barrel is worth the maybe a little younger whiskey. If you're newer to whiskey, which I don't think you are, just based on your interactions with folks, but if you prefer something low proof, then for sure, man, there's nothing wrong with Russell's Reserve 10. It's available a lot of places, and it's delicious, but I just like the little bit extra more. Hopefully there's no English teachers in the crowd, because this is awful. That was terrible grammar. Anyways, but there's a lot more flavor density, even just in the 10 proof points difference. So that's my opinion. Yeah, Daniel, I agree, man. It's freaking fantastic. I've got a growing collection of the Russell single barrels, and I love all of them. I haven't had a bad one yet. Oh, cool. Yeah, man. Kilco Knob Creek is probably the worst one. I don't know if it's because they emboss the neck with the stupid logo or what, but God, you can't keep the wax on those bastards. Really, the best bet is, like these guys said, I would take it outside, man, or open it over a trash can and get as much of the wax off as you can prior to trying to pull the cork and open it, because it's a pain in the butt, man. 1915 is my favorite Old Forester out of the Whiskey Row series. I see what you did there, and I would also like to make myself a 1950 blend. I have not bought the sticker yet, but I do have an extra empty bottle, and so I want to make myself one. So that'll be exciting. Marcus got his butt kicked by 1920. Yeah, man, it's that 115 proof does not screw around, man. So, yeah, Edward, if you like whiskeys like Stagg Junior, then certainly go with the Russell single barrel over the Russell's 10-year. Whiskey Rye the Bourbon Guy, top 3 whiskeys of 2020 is really hard. I'm actually trying to come up with something for that after I do these daily Advent videos. I'm trying to figure out what my top 3 are. Right now, I'm going to say I've got a couple of Weeders that I think are in the top 3. William Little Weller from 2019 that I purchased in 2020 was exceptional, just absolutely amazing this year. So I loved it. The Boone County Weeded Ohio picks, 7-year picks, were exceptional. It really stuck out in my mind as one of the top whiskeys. And then the Chateau de la Beau from Chateau de la Scooby-Doo from Bardstown is really high up there. I know you asked for 3, but I can't stop. So we're going to keep going. Joseph Magnus, batch 24, cigar blend was really good. And what else have I had this year? The 2020 George C. Stagg is absolutely ridiculous. So that's 5. We'll see. I'm going to try to do a blind. And if I can find some more 2020 GTS, I'd like to do a blind and see how that goes down. So, yeah. Yeah, Kilco, definitely grab some Russells. Although, I don't know if you've tried Rare Breed. It's, to me, very similar. So, yeah, I agree, Daniel Kerber. The cork on Knob Creek is dangerous. Like, I don't know why you'd put a lip like that on a cork that people were grabbing and twisting, but I don't know. It's just, to me, it's liability. Foolish. Yeah, Kilco. I'm not even putting out a video a week. I get super daunted by the editing. That's why I'm really prefer these lives. I just wish that I had some music going in the background because, I could do an 8-minute live once a day and put out shitloads of content. However, I really like the production value and being able to put B-roll and that kind of stuff. And I know if I preloaded the frames and was able to bring up the photos and have a nice, music piped in, if I was as adept at this kind of stuff as what Jason is, then maybe I could do it. But man, it's very difficult for me. I'm extremely daunted and really wish that I was better at editing because that's the part that I struggle with. I'm a perfectionist about it, and I need to just stop being a perfectionist and start putting out freaking videos. Oh yeah, good call, Marcus. So that rare breed is another one that's very similar proof to the 1920. So be careful drinking it on a Wednesday because it could injure you for Thursday, possibly into Friday. I don't know what you're going on, but yeah. Yeah, so Marcus, I actually thought about playing some music and just having it on in the background, but I would have to actually log into my royalty-free music because if they hear Ryan Bingham for more than 30 seconds, they'll shut this whole thing down and delete my audio. So that's not something I want. Hell yeah, Scary People. That's awesome, man. Do you have a Krampus? A scary Krampus peeper? That'd be kind of freaking cool for little kids that are too shitty for elves on the shelf. Man, I keep drinking this Smoke Wagon, and there's still a lot in my glass. So I'm trying to get to my next pour of whiskey, and I may have handicapped myself. Hell yeah, awesome. Thanks, Marcus. I try to use my nighttime radio DJ voice. Thanks for coming on to KHBR. It's about 11:37, and hope you're with someone you love or thinking about someone you love. Drink with me, won't you? That's better than strip club DJ voice. So that's all I can say. Yeah, I need to reach out to you, Scary People. I'd love to support you, man. I love your products. It's freaking cool. Whiskey and smooth jazz. Come on. Yeah, man. I could do that. I wonder what the audio quality would be like playing music, just playing it in the background. I'd have to use probably my my directional mic and see if I could get it to pick up me more than the music. Yeah. Brown chicken, brown cow. Come on. Two sexiest animals in the barnyard are brown chicken, brown cow. You correct. Oh, yeah. Nice. Now, Marcus has a beautiful 1969 Camaro that I'm super in love with and jealous of. And when he says he's sitting in the shop with El Blue, that's what he's talking about is El Blue, the Camaro. The Camaro. Yeah, Kilco, that's my fear, right? Like, nothing worse than like sounding like that ex-girlfriend calling you at 2 a.m, playing your song. It's on the radio with the freaking, hold on, I'm going to put you on three-way. And the Savage Garden blares tinnily in the background. Bruh, no me gusta. That story had nothing to do with real life. That never happened. It might have happened a lot. Yeah, Scary Peeper, I'll reach out to you. I may have to hit you up on some other social media though, so because I probably won't go back and scroll through this chat. This is a fire and forget. It's one of them. All right, so my next bottle, Good Mixer. Right now, early times. I don't know how much longer this bottle is going to be around, but while it is, this bottle goes fantastic with Topo Chico, 7-Up, Coke, Diet Coke, root beer, all kinds of things. It mixes really well. It goes really well with the glass of a Glencairn. I like to pour it in a Glencairn, and that's one of my favorite cocktails. It's freaking tasty. So that brings me to my special occasion bottle. So this is it's a special occasion. I mean, it's Tuesday, and we're all here together. There's 21 of us here. So I think that's pretty special. But I mentioned it earlier as one of the best bottles of the year for me. And I got two of them, two different batches. So I'm pretty excited about them. I really wish I had more, but they are also very difficult to find. This is Boone County 7-Year Wheated, specifically the Ohio Liquor Control Store Pick. I'm going to watch how I pour this one so I don't put myself in a bind again. Yeah, I mean, that's just, that's a fancy lass. It's a pretty lady. Love Boone County products. Always love their MGP stuff. And this one is freaking ridiculous. Yeah, Casey. Goes well with the bottom of the glass. Hell yeah. Early times for the early times. Hey, Scary Peeper, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. That's truer words were never spoken. Edward Fulmer, yeah. So Boone County is one of the throwback MGP brands. Some of their stuff is incredibly expensive on secondary. They are MGP legends, so a lot like the Old Fangled Nodder bourbon and the Long Brother stuff and the old OKIs, the Boone County stuff, they had 11, 12, 13-year-old juice, and it's just ridiculous. It's so good. All right, so this Boone County is really amazing, and I think one of the reasons I like it is because it's just incredibly sweet. It's definitely a weeder. Straight up confectioner sugar, vanilla, like no bread notes. It's just straight sugar. It's literally like wedding cake icing. It's amazing. I only drink on the days it end in Y. Yeah, I mean, that's, it's important to have moderation. So, yeah, I'm going to need to find more of these. So if you guys have a lead, holler at your boy. Jason, I think you're in Ohio, right? Are you in Ohio or Kentucky? Either way, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye out, sure appreciate it. So on the palate, it starts out sweet sugar, goes lightly citrus, and then explodes into really, really nice, rich, light oak, caramel, almost a root beer flavor, like a nice sarsaparilla, which is a weird thing to say out loud. And I'm sorry. I can't believe I just said that. That's the bougiest tasting that I've ever heard. But it has like a old-fashioned root-based soda, sweet candy flavor. It's just amazing. I love it. So, yeah. Pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that's my 5. So, Daily Drinker, Weller 107, Mixer, Early Times, Bottled and Bond, Impress Your Friends, Smoke Wagon, Uncut and Filtered, Friday Night Jam, Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, and the Boone County Single Barrel 7-year Wheated Bourbon for my special occasions. So there you go. Man, we're just dropping viewers just like flies. So yeah, I don't know if I offended some people with my selection of Boone County, but if I did, I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys get over it and you can come back and be friends. I'll welcome you back with maybe a small glass of Boone County. Dang, that's good. So yeah, and I don't know if my chat just froze or if you guys have gone to bed, but I'm not seeing much going on. Let me check my chat on my channel. See how it's going. So, funny story. The StreamYard abandoned me, and you guys are definitely still there. So, I'm sorry. I was feeling extremely lonely there for a minute. I don't know if you guys could see the fear in my eyes, but I was scared. I mean, I wasn't sure what was going on. It was kind of like losing your mom's hand in the grocery store. It was kind of funny. So, yeah. And I'm just going to set this up here, kids, so I can actually see y'all chat it up. Cole George pouring some rare breed. Good call. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, man. Okay. Yeah, Ryan. The 6-year from last year was actually the first of the Boone County Wheateds that I tried, and it is really good as well. It's not as confectioner sugar sweet and smooth as the 7-year, but it's pretty freaking good. It's pretty freaking good. Oh man, smoking a cigar in the cold. How cold is it there, One Mo Cast? Tim, that's how I felt, man. I don't know what to tell you. I just felt adrift without the chat. It's a rough deal, man. So, Scary Peeper, I have not gotten lucky in any lotteries this year, which is bad news. But the good news is there haven't been any lotteries of the stores that I've invested heavily in. I'll put it that way. So I'm hoping in the next 2-3 weeks that I will be able to change that to a yes. I really am cautiously, guardedly optimistic that I'll end up with either some BTAC or some Pappy, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully. Ryan Parker's drinking that Lion's Share single barrel. So I have a Lion's Share pick from Willett. It's a 6-year pick. I don't know if that's the same one, but it's freaking tasty. Yeah. Thanks, Gary Peeper. Good luck to you too. Have you won anything? You got anything coming to you? God, that's good. Yeah, so I don't think I overrated this bourbon. I listed this whiskey with some incredibly heavy hitters, and I didn't mess that up. That's definitely where it deserves to be. Yeah. Not a damn thing. Well, hopefully that changes up for you, man. I mean, it's still early yet. We're just barely at the beginning of December. December 1st. In a foreign state, running late. Actually, it's now December 2nd where you're at, so you got one less day in December. Sorry, man. 32 degrees in Alabama. That's brisk. It is currently 45 degrees in Midland, Texas. So we're out here in the desert, and it's going to drop down into the 31, but it'll probably rocket right back up tomorrow. So we'll see. Oh man, I love whenever people connect in the chat. It's freaking great. 25 degrees for the low in Kentucky. That seems aggressively cold. You guys get a lot of snow though in Kentucky, though, right? I mean, you guys are far enough inland and far enough north to where it should snow some. Garage heater smoking weather. Come on. So many whiskey chocolates to eat this month. Kilko, there's a lot of eating to be done this month. So I was going to start my keto journey and follow in the footsteps of Bourbon Santa, but instead I'm going to follow in the footsteps of Tim Allen as the Santa Claus and just eat until I'm 700 pounds. So one of those things is good for me. The other thing is what I'm going to actually do. Yeah, Tim, that's a great call. So Tim Evans has a good suggestion. I don't know if you guys saw it, but enter the lotteries and definitely call your local restaurants. I've had a couple of restaurants locally that they'll sell you a bottle because previously they couldn't sell alcohol to go in the state of Texas. And so there was no reason to sell you a bottle. But now you can buy a bottle. You basically buy it by the drink. But if you buy all the drinks that are left in the bottle, they give you the bottle to take all those drinks home in. So sometimes it's cheaper than secondary. It's always more than retail, but definitely do your math before you offer to purchase it because it can get super awkward. Wet and weird in New England, warmer than usual. Yeah, it's weird, man. The whole world has been super weird this year. Weather patterns and everything. It's just been freaking nutty, man. Don't care for it. Yeah, Daniel Kerber. I was actually thinking one more cast was probably Louisiana is actually where I'd put you. So sorry, that's not an. I don't know how you feel about Louisiana, but that's not an insult for sure. It's just where I thought you were from. This is my dog. This is Peppa. She's that's short for Peppa Pig because when she was first born, she ate like a little piglet. And she got that name. So, yeah, that was Scary Peeper. So I've actually told the hot buttery roll story a few times on my channel. It's actually my maiden name. And if you're thinking, Chris, you don't have a maiden name, I didn't have a maiden name, and that's why I have the maiden name Hot Buttery Rolls because whenever I got divorced, my ex-wife changed her name on Facebook to her maiden name, and I didn't have a maiden name to change my name to show my disgust and sadness about the situation. So I made one up. So that's what I became Hot Buttery Rolls. So yeah, it just stuck, you know. Also, everybody loves Hot Buttery Rolls. It's like the best jingle ever. I need to write some music to it. Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee. You guys know that one? Sara Lee, pies? You guys like pie? Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah. No, it's yeah. So it's kind of funny. That was 10, 11 years ago now, and people still, I walk into certain bars in my hometown, people will holler HBR. So Marcus, Sooner Dad in the chat, he knows this is to be true. He also calls me HBR. Man. Yeah. Talking about shelf turds. Talking about shelf turds. Man, that's fire. So I want that as my cell phone ringer. I don't know how you get that, but I'm sure they can figure it out. Thrasher, I'm in Midland, Texas. So that's if you think about Texas being shaped like this, you got El Paso over here, you got Dallas up here, Lubbock, Midland's right here. So Austin, Houston, Galveston, Louisiana, Alabama. So yeah, so Kyoko never got married, so that's actually probably pretty smart, man. I love my wife very much, and I've been married for more of my life than I haven't been, I think, at this point. No, that's not true. I still have a few years to go for that. But yeah, man, I tell you what, the married life isn't for everybody, and if you're happy and doing what you're wanting to do, then for sure do that, man. For sure. Yeah, Peppa Pig. Oh man, that sucks. One more cast. So is Alabama a control state as well? I'm guessing it is. Do you guys have a huge allocated release recently? Oh, really, Cole? So I actually was born in Portales, New Mexico. I'm not bragging because that's not a brag. If you've ever been to Portales, you know that's true. But you say southeast, so I'm gonna say southeast, like Eunice, Hobbs. I'm saying words that people not from southeastern New Mexico don't know about. So good luck. Artesia. Yeah, I love Artesia. So I don't know if you've ever been to the Wellhead Brewery there downtown Artesia. Freaking delicious. So yeah, Artesia and Portales are actually, or they were, major state rivals in football before everybody in Portales decided to go pro in meth. Oh, cool. Awesome. One more cast. JUCO Track and Field Championship. That's awesome, man. Well, I'm going to go to old reliable Weller 107. Yeah, cool. For sure. Artesia Bulldogs, I believe. I think. But yeah, man, that's a freaking proud football town. And I feel like Artesia is a West Texas town that got misplaced in New Mexico, honestly, because it is nothing like the rest of New Mexico. Like nothing like the rest of New Mexico. Also, Las Cruces. I think Texas would take Las Cruces. We'd take that one. It'd be cool. Jeffrey Wack, what's up, homie? So I actually am going to go live very soon. Excuse me. Pardon me. That was aggressive. I'm going to go live very soon. I got a sample pack called the Whack Pack from Jeffrey. I'm going to do a tasting. I can't wait. Super excited. I'm doing a blind. He sent me a guide, a sample envelope. So pretty excited. So it's going to be awesome. Which Weller, Kilco? Yeah, one more cast. I graduated in '01, so I don't know when you graduated, but probably similar age. I feel like a lot of us are like somewhere late 20s to early 40s. Like you could take like a 14-year, 15-year chunk of time and nail like 90% of whiskey tubers. It's kind of funny. Well, Kilco, I have unlimited access to Weller Special Reserve, so if you need some, just holler at your boy. I get it at retail, and I can slide it your way. Try to help you out. Man. Nice. Awesome, man. So I'm wondering what school you guys were at in Midland. They would have a track nice enough for you guys to run at. I guess Midland College, maybe, but yeah. 45 years old, like Dan, just like Dan, old Daniel Shook. Dan who's playing fork knife right now with his son. What a beautiful picture in my mind of him and his handsome boy enjoying their night together, playing midnight fork knife. How exciting. So I'm going to be honest. Weller 107 might be in my top 3 whiskeys of 2020 because you just can't freaking beat it. It's not special. It doesn't have the most compact, condensed flavors of any whiskey, but the flavors that it has are pleasant, long-lasting, rich, upfront, easygoing. I mean, it's potentially the best all-around bourbon of all time. I just love it so much. Holy cow. A kid had a wind-assisted 99100. That sounds like the wind in West Texas. Yeah. So, Jeff, that's actually, I was just saying I'm going to go live and do your samples as a blind on a live. So, my next live, well, I'm going to try to go live for all the Advent stuff this month. But my next official planned live is going to be with Shayla of Whiskey Central on Saturday. So y'all get ready for that. It's going to be freaking sweet. If you're not already subscribed to Shayla at Whiskey Central, go check her out. She's incredible. She's adorable. She's hilarious. Tim Evans' E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof is also, it's amazing as well. The only issue I have with E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof is that it might be a little strong for being an all-around bourbon, but there's just nothing wrong with it. I'll take it 10 times out of 10. Freaking incredible. What up, Tito? Tito was my first patron on my Patreon. And cheers to you, buddy. Oh, man. Happy birthday a couple months ago, Thrasher. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, Casey, I think they send like 99% of 107 to Ohio. So, tis what it is. Nice. That's awesome, Coco. So, yeah, I also love Eagle Rare. That's what I started with tonight before I did my Advent calendar because I didn't want to just launch into 110 proof Maker's Mark. And that 90 proof 10-year-old bourbon, just such a great opening act. It's a fantastic undercard for the evening. Yeah, E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof is incredibly hard to come by. I was very, very fortunate this year. I had some people looking out for me, and I was able to get one. And I was able to get one for a very good friend of mine for his 40th birthday. So that was a huge, cool deal for him. He loved it, and he's enjoyed it with me, and I've shared mine with him. So, you know, what goes around comes around for sure. All right, brother. Marcus, good night, man. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you supporting me, man. We'll see you in person real soon. Love you, buddy. If I had to choose between Weller 107 and E.H. Taylor Small Batch, I'm going to go Weller 107 100 times out of 100. E.H. Taylor Small Batch is delicious. I know I always say this. There's nothing wrong with it. There's literally nothing wrong with it. It's fantastic whiskey. I love it. It's easy to drink. At 100 proof, it's just really good. It's like Eagle Rare with all the really good things cranked up and that, you know, slightly tannic bitter oak turned down a little bit. It's great. That being said, 107 I think is better. I really do. It's just I don't know. And I love wheaters. I'm a big wheat mash bill fan. So same story, Edward. So I don't see enough difference between single barrel and small batch to put them in completely different categories. I think that the single barrels, if you get a good single barrel, can be a little bit better than small batch, but I've had enough of the single barrels that weren't any different than the small batch. So it's kind of hard. Like I still pick them up whenever I see them, and I actually see single barrel more than I see small batch, which is kind of interesting and weird. But I'm not mad. I'll take it out, of course, for sure. But yeah, it's. I still would say 107. Now, I wouldn't say 100 times out of 100 on 107 versus single barrel, because if you get a good single barrel, I would say probably 80-20. 80-20 for sure. Yep. Yeah, good call, Mike. Yeah, if you go to Ohio, log into their OHLQ website, they will tell you where Weller 107 is. Like, you don't even have to hunt for it. It's literally on a website. They tell you what stores have it and how many. It's ridiculous. I have a buddy that works up there, and he comes back with a case of 107 like once a month. It's amazing. And that's great, man. So I have a store pick EH Taylor single barrel, and I haven't opened it yet, but I hope that it is 10 times better than the small batch for sure. I think that would be a fantastic find. Excuse me for a second, guys. I'm gonna grab that small batch and see what it's about. Make sure I'm not overselling it. America. Yes, the tubes behind me have bottles in them, and yes, I do drink them. So they ain't just for show. That dog will hunt. Drink again, Daniel. Almost ate shit. What do you do then? Do you chug? If I trip on my chair and eat it into the floor, do you guys have to chug? I almost went all Jason on everybody. So this is good. On the nose, it's what I remember. It's a slightly stronger, slightly sweeter Eagle Rare, light, grape bubblegum, sweet cherry, oak, lightly medicinal. So I'd have to check and see. Well, all right. Well, you may have convinced me. I'll try the single barrel in a sec. But that one does have that slightly cherry sucrets flavor that a lot of Buffalo Trace mass-produced whiskey has. Non-store pick Buffalo Trace, some releases of Stag Junior, some of the not very delicious batches of Eagle Rare have that medicinal cherry. Kyoko, I'm a big girl. I'm pushing 3 bills, and standing and spinning is not on my list of favorite things for sure. It's not it wasn't a bright move for me to almost plie my ass into the floor, but here we are. I made it. Yeah, Tito, if you Jason it, we got to chug. Come on. Yeah, no, the small batch is good, but I still stand by my choice. Weller Antique is superior to the small batch for sure. It's good. Can you guys hear my mouth noises? I'm using my laptop because earlier when I streamed, I forgot to turn my camera off and I killed the battery dead as a hammer. And my lavalier mic picks up all of my throat noises because it's mounted right next to my throat. Yeah, Mike, I have had a fair amount of pours now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just during the stream. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. The good news is the only one that I poured more than half an ounce of was uncut, unfiltered. The bad news is that was 114.6 proof. So I picked a dangerous snake to get bit by. That's fine. That's fine. Yes, Tim. So I got one from Damon's Beverage in Maine, and that Old Forester single barrel proof is so good. So I'm a huge fan of 1920, and it drinks like 1920 cranked up to 11. So it's fantastic. Edward Fulmer, that's a great question. So he asked, what would happen if I mixed 107 with small batch? I was actually going to do that for my poor man's 4 grain because you get all 4 grains. If you do that, it's still bourbon because it's mostly corn. So I don't know. That's a really, really good question. Of course, you're going to come in, if you go 50-50, you'll be at 103.5 on the proof. But I don't know. It's a good question. Certainly worth a shot. If you do it, please let me know. What's the pause in Rhode Island? Kilco, I don't know what that means. Yeah, Mike, Smoke Wagon counted for 3 for sure. Hit me right in the huevos, brother. Yeah, Daniel, I'm in, man. So I've got, you can't see because of the damn adorable wax on this glass, but I've got a little bit of the small batch left, and I'm going to hashtag master blender this bitch up. Ooh. All right, congeners, do your magic. Congeners are the flavoring chains in whiskey. I'm trying to think of the word. Chemical chains in whiskey. Sorry, guys, I'm nosing through this. As it blends, it's actually putting out some incredible flavors on the nose. Ooh. So all the medicinal flavor from the E.H. Taylor is gone. It's really sweet on the nose and easy. Okay. Tito loves Old Forester single barrel proof, but hates Old Forester 1920. So I could be wrong there, but I don't know. I got a lot of Brown Forman notes, slight banana, but really more rich oak, caramel, vanilla. So I don't know. To me, it was really good. I'll have to go. I'll do it back to back on that Kilco to see. Okay. Yeah. So the pause is a bit of a pandemic rollback on things to try and control the pandemic chaos that is due to happen now that winter is settling in. Yeah, man. I mean, and if you're in Rhode Island, it's cold up there, and people bundle up. And I don't know if you know this, but most of the reason that people get cold isn't because they're cold; it's because they carry their germs with them in their jackets, scarves, and gloves, and share them with everyone. So imagine there's a global pandemic of a virus that could be carried in jackets, gloves, hats, and scarves. Oh no! It's a bad deal, man. Here in Texas, we just We just pretend it doesn't exist and seems to be working great as long as you ignore the news and the statistics. Everything's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Edward Fulmer, I'm so glad to hear you say that, man, because he said he mixed OGD 114 and Weller Special Reserve for the poor man's 4 grain. That's the one I've been seeing. I don't want to do that. First of all, it doesn't make sense to me to put a Jim Beam product in what's supposed to be a poor man's 4 grain, which is a Buffalo Trace product. So why not choose a Buffalo Trace product? So one of the things I thought about doing was actually going Weller 107 Blanton's, because 107, 93, 100 math. If you take equal parts 107 and equal parts 93 proof, the resulting blend is 100 proof. 4 grain E.H. Taylor is 100 proof. I don't know. It kind of seemed like a no-brainer to me. Also, you take the high rye whiskey, so you get the most of the rye mash bill possible from Buffalo Trace. So you get, hypothetically, more rye elements, along with what is the most flavorful besides Weller Full Proof, which I'm not mixing Weller Full Proof with frickin' blends. It's not going to happen. Don't ask me to do it. I'm not doing it. Yes, Casey, I have had Sam Houston 14. I have a bottle right there. You can't really see it, but it's the Illinois release, and it is exceptional. Really enjoyed it. I want to say it was like $130, and I'm glad I have that one. I don't know if I would own 2 at once, but when that one's gone, I'll probably look for another one for sure. Oh, Tim Evans, you're talking about that poor man's Pappy, bruh. That is amazing. It's so good. Ben Demon Hunter, what's up, brother? How are you doing up there in the Great White North, man? Glad to see you. Okay, Daniel, you're talking about the Blantons in 107. I'm going to do that for sure. I'm going to do it. I just decided to do it. I just committed. So now I got to open a new Weller 107 and pour half of it, and open a new Blanton's and pour half of it. So I'm going to be committed either way for sure. Also, Tim, there's mine right there. We can see it. But... Hey, what are you doing here? It's crazy. These 2 whiskeys go together so much better. I don't know why you'd ever drink them separately. It's just delicious. That was my Rodney Dangerfield. You're welcome. Also, it's been over a year since I blended this, and it continues to get better. I freaking love it. So if you guys have any extra Weller 12, send it my way, and I will make it into a better whiskey and send some of it back. Casey, anytime you can learn, buddy. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Yeah, Daniel, I love you, buddy, but I'm not blending Weller Full Proof with anything, because Weller Full Proof is my favorite of the Weller non-BTAC releases, and I've only got a couple bottles of it, and man, I could do 2 ounces and 2 ounces. I could do that. We'll see how that goes. Oh, and then back to the JK LOL. He meant 107 and Blanton's. Okay, fair enough. I didn't read fast enough. Notice the instigator, Daniel Kerber. Next time on the next episode of The Instigator. Now I'm a 1980s cop show, so you guys are getting all the impressions / voice acting. Enjoying Ledaig 10. Brother, better you than me, man. I love that you love peated whiskey because I'm not drinking any of my share, and I hope you get all of it. I really do. I hope that they make it available to you and they offer it to you cheap because I just can't drink that rubber glove Band-Aid dumpster fire coated in iodine. I can't do it, man. I get drinking things because they're complex. Like I love complexity, and I will drink heavily peated Isla Scotch. But man, like on a Tuesday night, super late at night, I'm not going to just be like, you know what I want? A punch in the mouth. I wonder what Shrek's foot tastes like. And then it's just like, rah, rah. Hey, it was a gift. Well, you know what? That person loves you because I don't think Ledaig tenure is cheap. So I don't know. It's a good gift for sure. An excellent Hill Street Blues voice. Thanks. All right, so this blend has had, I don't know, probably 10 minutes to mix together and mellow. I'm going to go into the palate now. On the nose, it's very sweet, very, very sweet. I get a lot of cherry on the nose, but that's pretty much it. Also a little bit of vanilla. At this early juncture, I can say that the sum is not better than the parts. It is heavily medicinal, aggressively bitter, especially considering how sweet the nose was. But it could just need time to settle down. So, when you do a poor man's Pappy blend, you're not supposed to drink it for 30 to 60 days. And that's literally a 10 minutes of time to do the chemistry. So it's kind of hard. Kind of hard. Oh, you're out of Buffalo Trace single barrel? Ben, that is an unenviable position, bro. I love me some Buffalo Trace single barrel. Yeah, I figured you meant store pick. So I was actually supposed to go on a Buffalo Trace store pick next Friday, and I had to cancel. I had to email my local store today and tell them I wasn't going to be able to make it. So I was actually pretty down about that. That's part of the reason I wanted to drink a little bit today is because I had not made it official until today that I wasn't going to be able to go. But, this year's just been so bad and, really just don't have the extra money to go to Kentucky. So sucks, but there's always next year. Hopefully they'll let us do another pick. It was through my local club. And, it's 2020 just sucks, man. I don't know. Hopefully some of you guys are having a better year than I am, but this year's just been just shit. Just been terrible. Terrible. It's been terrible. In the words of Charles Barkley. Bubble bath bourbon, I don't know. I don't know how long you're supposed to let it marry. As long as possible, I'd say, probably. I don't know. Try it at differing intervals. Pour yourself a half an ounce when you make it. Pour yourself a half an ounce after 2 weeks, and then at a month, sip it. And if you love it, then start drinking it, and then let it ride for sure. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, Ben. So Ben, who you guys probably know from the chats and being such an awesome Whiskey Tube supporter, bought his first whiskey bottle ever less than 18 months ago, which is crazy to think about. That's awesome, man. Good for you. Look how far you've come, man. Well, there you go. So one mocast says 2 to 3 weeks for the 1915 before you try it. Yeah, Casey. So those 1792 foolproof store picks are underrated, man. There's a lot of them out there, and they're really, really good. And secondary on them is like $60. So if you can't find one locally, man, maybe check it out on some of the secondary sites because people can't seem to give them away. I've got several picks myself, and they're all fantastic. I love them. Okay. Yeah. One mocast says he tried it 2 weeks and it was good. So gonna go on another 2 weeks and try it again. That's a good call. Wow, I am dumb. Never mind. Bolt Bath Bourbon, I love you, dude. Man, I need to go to your channel and watch all your videos that I haven't seen lately because literally some of my favorite stuff on YouTube, man. It's niche, man. I love it. I freaking dig it. Yeah, Tim, I agree. 1792 is underrated in general. Last year, the 1792 High Rye, I wish I would have grabbed 6 of those suckers because I only have one. And it's probably my favorite 1792 offering. And I only have the one. So, yeah. Oh, Kilco. Bad timing, bro. I hate to hear that, man. There's definitely jobs out there, and I don't know what it's like in Rhode Island, man, but down here in Texas, it just, man, the whole everything. I work in oil and gas, and our industry just got uprooted and upended, and massive layoffs, massive bad shit happening, and it's given me a lot of time for my whiskey, which is kind of a mixed bag because I have time and not money, and before I had money and not time. So, yeah. So I think I have a buddy in Rhode Island. Is there? Maybe he's not in Rhode Island. Are there a lot of tugboat jobs in Rhode Island? Or am I making that up? I could be making that up. First donated bottle was 1792 foolproof, and it's glorious. That's a great donation. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had any bottles donated yet, but the night is young. Oh, Tim, that's amazing. So I also needed 225th and a port. So I need the Ridgemont Reserve original bottling, 225th and port, but I have all the others besides that. You see my eyes staring over there. That's where my 1792 collection is. So yeah, congratulations on your find, man. The port finish is just unreasonably expensive. I've been seeing them go $250, $300, and seems like a lot. Feels like a lot. Oh, Ben, the Quinta Reuben is freaking delicious. It's so good. Okay, yeah, maybe. He is in Newport. Now that I think about it, yeah, he drives a tugboat. So, or no, he doesn't. He is an engineer on a tugboat, and he works on the motor and works on a lot of different diesel engines. So he was in the Navy and did that in the Navy, and then he went to Rhode Island. So. Daniel Kerber, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but tell me, DM me the name of the store that you're saying to follow, and holla at your boy. Oh, that's awesome, Kilco. Yeah, I like it. Since shipping is wonky, I just mentioned a nearby liquor store that does online orders that I could pick up. No fuss, no muss. Come on. Yeah, so Bubble Bath Bourbon, 1792 Full Proof is definitely one that you can't judge on the neck. Even the store picks that I've gotten, it's super spicy, but it levels out into this amazing, rich banana bread, cherry, oak, and it all stays hot and flavor dense. I love 1792 Full Proof. I absolutely love it. We've got 2 barrels coming to West Texas sometime soon, so I'm hoping to grab those as well. Yeah, he might have gone to that Navy college. That's pretty cool. So, Calvin, I'm going to get up again so you guys prepare to drink. All right, so this is regular small batch, which actually it's not a small batch, it's a single barrel. But this is before they had the cute khaki neck single barrel. So they just did the lower proof was the small batch single barrel. This is 1792 high rye. So I don't know what the mash bills are off of top of my head. I wish I did because I'd love to tell you the truth, but certainly worth a Google. And the fact that one of them is denoted to be high rye makes me think that it is even a higher rye mash bill than the regular 1792. So there you go. Also, high rye is super subjective because if you look at Buffalo Trace, mash bill 2 is a high rye mash bill, and it is not what I would consider a high percentage of rye grain in a mash bill at all. So, yeah. Dude, Tim, sweet wheat and 12-year are both really good, but the high rye, I think, is just superior. I really do. Nice. Dude, dessert fried plantains is a fantastic way of saying what I was trying to say. So sugary banana. I get a bready note though. So like to me, it's like really, really rich banana bread. Sometimes more, sometimes less banana. Hell yeah. Thanks, Tim. So Tim says the mash bill is undisclosed, but believed to be 15 to 25%. So I'm going to guess because it's Barton 1792, which is a Sazerac product, the regular small batch is probably high rye for Sazerac, which could be anywhere between 11 and 15. And then the high rye is going to be a kick even above that. So kind of cool. Ben Mash Bill 1 for E.H. Taylor. And also Eagle Rare is the same mash bill. So mash bill 1, you're looking at Benchmark, Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, E.H. Taylor, George T. Stagg, Stagg Jr., Eagle Rare 17, Double Eagle Very Rare. I think that's it. But yeah, that's the mash bill 1 from Buffalo Trace. Yeah, Casey. So Barton, very old Barton is my favorite sub $15 bottle, and even it has some really delicious banana notes, but not in the same way as Jack Daniel's. So Jack Daniel's to me has banana notes, but it's not as delicious as what I find the 1792 and Very Old Barton to be. So. Yes, sir. Yeah, Ben, you're exactly right, man. Buffalo Trace Eagle Rare in the Stags, and you add E.H. Taylor to the mix, and the Benchmark crew. Benchmark is also Buffalo Trace Mash Bill 1. So cool. Don't say banana notes 3 times in a row, or Dan and I will show up. Banana notes, banana notes, banana notes. Do you have to say banana notes or eat a banana the long way while making eye contact? Because that's the one I heard for Dan. It may be an urban legend. It's hard to say. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Ben. You'd have to use a word that didn't make sense, though. You'd have to be like banana stuffed French toast with a ganache of cream wheat, whipped cream, baby duck sauce. And he'd be like, okay. Here he comes. Here comes Dan. Which scotch was it, Kilco? That's pretty cool. Scary. So strong rum, one MoCast. I've been super hurt by strong rum. And the one I had was like, I want to say like 140 proof. And I was making Miami Vices with it. And I got really injured, like really injured. Yeah. Baby Duck. So Baby Duck is actually a shout out to my high school best friend and I'm just going to say brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law, because there was a giant moth that was attacking us in a cabin in the woods of New Mexico. And it was such a huge moth that it looked like a baby duck. So there you go. Yeah, Boba Bath Bourbon, I agree. The overproof rum is really dangerous because it's super sweet. There's also some German liqueurs that I've tried that are not Jägermeister, but there's one that is also an anise flavored liqueur that is like 160 or 180 proof. And it's so sweet that you don't realize that it's also jet fuel and will murder your ass. It's the worst. So, oh, Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. Good call. That's awesome. Cool. Awesome. Look forward to it, Kilco. Also, Kilco, I need to make sure I'm subscribed to you. Can't do it from here. I'm going to do it in a minute. So, holy crap. Hey, guys. We are 1 minute and 23 seconds away from being live for an hour and a half. Guys, I am super grateful that y'all showed up. I've got to go to bed because it is 12:37 in the morning. Do you guys have... Aw, Tim. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you posting my Patreon. So just so y'all know, Shayla from Whiskey Central gave me some fantastic tips on my Patreon. It's going to be changing. There's going to be some different tiers and stuff. So if y'all don't want to jump on and become patrons now, I understand. If you do want to jump on and become patrons now, then it's only going to get better. But I'm very fortunate to have friends that are way better at that than I am. I'm not good at asking for money because I'm having so much fun. I can't imagine I should get paid by fantastic folks like yourselves. So, if you want to donate, then that'll help me pay for my editing software and all the crap it takes to run a YouTube channel. But, it's certainly not necessary. And I'm grateful for you guys just showing up and drinking with me, because this is so much better than drinking with a dog, because the dogs, they can't text. They don't have thumbs. It's really hard. Day one of the Flaviar Advent calendar was a Scotch that they labeled as an Irish. So Tito, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I was super tempted to do the Flaviar because they're one of the only ones that'll ship to Texas, and I don't know. You guys can give me some feedback on this. So I would rather drink whiskeys that I love and share with you guys tasting notes for 24 days than be like, oh, I gave this company 40% more than what it was worth for the whiskey to open and, blindly sample something that I don't really like or care about. So this year and next year, I'll do better. Next year, I might even have like a hot buttery rolls advent calendar. I mean, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna get crazy. Next year, I might not even be doing whiskey tube. Hopefully, I am. But I'm gonna drink through 24 whiskeys that I enjoy, and I'm gonna talk to you about them and why they're special to me. So, but no, it's crazy that they mislabeled it. I mean, I know Flaviar, they really do. It seems like to me they really do try to be accurate and give good information. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Ben. Yeah. Welcome to December 2nd. Come on. Yeah. Oh, dude, Kilco. Man, I'm so excited to stream with Shayla. I'm so excited. So one more cast, you can't super chat me because I don't have 1,000 subs and I don't have 4,000 hours of content viewing. And the first thing is just because I am not doing a very good job of marketing myself. And the second thing is because I'm not good at putting out content and I'm not very good at going live. So for the 17 of you that have been here the whole time I've been streaming, thank you so much. This is massive. This goes a massive help towards my monetization. So I am going to be doing some joint live streams with Destination Bourbon, with Whiskey Central, Shayla. I'm hoping to even get the Bourbon Junkies on my channel. I know Jason Killory is going to come on. I'm super excited about that as well. So it just has to come, and it's just going to take time. So I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, Daniel answered the question. So there you go. Oh hell, Ben. Okay, so Ben, I'm going to be honest, man. I don't know Canada. I don't know where you live. I'm not aware of what part of Canada you're from, and I don't know what time zone you're in. So it appears though that you are in Mountain Standard Time. So here in 18 minutes. Happy Tuesday to you as well, brother. Yeah, Daniel's absolutely right. So if you want to click on my channel and then click on one of the videos and put it on autoplay, it'll just play through all my videos, and it'll also help my analytics because I put out a lot of long videos, and it's my fault, right? Like I'm super long-winded. I think people want to hear what I have to say, and so I just keep talking, and so my videos end up being like anywhere between 14 and 22 minutes long. My engagement is like that much. So like people watched your video for an average of 7 minutes or like 4 minutes. So if you watch my video all the way from the beginning to the end, or if you just hit play on your video player and let my videos scroll through even without sound, which I don't want to hear me talk. I don't expect you to either. It would certainly help my count. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Oh man, one more cast. I'm gonna go subscribe to you, bro. That 65 is gonna be 66 before the end of Tuesday. So yeah, Kilko. Honestly, bro, didn't you just start your channel? Like, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you just started your Whiskey Tube channel within the last 3 months. Tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm super sorry. But I actually feel like you're doing really good, man. Like, I feel like you're doing really good. Scary beeper. For everybody that needs to see this, move your kid's elf. if you've got a little cinnamon or a little, Jarrick or, Jacobite, little whatever the hell, move him. Put him next to the toaster. Put him next to cereal bowl, something. Spill some sugar around him, make it look like he had a Coke bender. Something. But definitely move the elf, for sure. Hold on, Daniel. Boom. Daniel, done, bro. Also, Tito, where you at, bro? Boom. That's for being my first patron. Thank you so much, brother. So, yeah. Hey, let me know if you guys got your wrenches. If you didn't, oh, shit, there he is. And we're back. Yeah. Just don't put the elf in a compromising position with your kid's Barbie. Or at least don't forget to move it out of that position before you pass out. I'm going to tell you right now, man, I've seen some really amazing Elf on the Shelf memes. And most of them are from compromising positions. I freaking love it, bro. Yeah. Now I'll post links to Dan's OnlyFans page. Your call, man. Do what you do. Do what you do. Hey, you know what? Some people want to see some sexy dude from Michigan's feet pics. It's not me. I'm not those people. I mean, what he does with my $7 a month donations up to him. Casey, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying. Honestly, man, it's a struggle because I want to be a value to the community. I want to be educational. I want to be a source of humor, a source of fun, and I really feel like there's a lot of people out there that do it better than me. But here I am. I'm still here, so I'm going to keep making content until my wife tells me not to. Nice. One more cast got a subscriber. Come on. Wait, is HBR in those pictures on the OnlyFans? No recognizable. I told him not the face. So, if you find yourself becoming aroused by some really beefy calves, it's not me. That looked like I was having a stroke. I must be low on blinker fluid. Stupid. That was dumb. All right, what am I going to finish on? It's time for the last drink of the night. You know what? After we spoke so highly of it, I'm going to drink some Poor Man's Pappy. That PMP. I don't know what you heard about me. If it ain't got it done out of me, no Cadillac, no boat you can't see. Because I'm a mother PMP. I don't know if you guys remember early 50 Cent. I don't even know what OnlyFans is. Yeah, it's bad. It's not for the Lord, for sure, man. It's not for the Lord. Yeah. All right, kids. That Poor Man's Pappy is freaking tasty. So this is a blend, 60% 107 and 40% Weller 12. And honestly, if you get a bottle of Weller 12, don't put it on secondary. It's very tempting. Don't do it. Find a bottle of Weller 107 and pour the 40% Weller 12 with the 60% 107. And then also take the 60% Weller 12 and mix it with the 40% 107. It's not as good as this blend, but it's still really freaking good. And you'll have two bottles that are really good. And you can drink your 60-40 12-107 blend while you wait for your 60-40 107-12 blend to mature. It's really good. Yeah, Bubble bath bourbon. So poor man's Pappy took I think the cheapest I've ever bought Weller 12 for was $28. No, that's not right. $36, and then 107, the cheapest I ever bought it for was 28 back when it had the screw top. So Weller 107 on secondaries, I see him going for anywhere between 90 and 100. And Weller 12, I saw a 750 of Weller 12 sell for $220 on a Fireball the other day. And I was just like, everybody's lost their mind. Everybody's lost their damn mind. Yeah, it's freaking retarded. It's freaking ridiculous. I don't know. Well, I didn't mean to say that word, and I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, man. So poor man's Pappy is way better than the poor man's $4 I tried to mix up. Them shits is tasty. So Scary Peeper, I did have poor man's Pappy 15 back to back with the poor man's Pappy, and I prefer Pappy 15. I've never had Pappy 20. I've never had Pappy 23. Never had Pappy 25. It is what it is. I'm hoping to get a Pappy 15 this year. Really hoping to get a Pappy 15 this year. That being said, it was really close, like way closer than it should have been between the poor man's Pappy and the 15. Stanley, what are you doing, dude? Oh man, dude, I'm about to shut it down. I'm on my last pour. So hey, have you cracked that E.H. Taylor rye? What'd you think about it? If you did crack it, dude, Tim, congratulations, man. Good for you, buddy. That's poor man's Pappy, or poor man's Pappy, rich man's Pappy. Real Pappy 15 is one of the best whiskeys I've ever had. It's really good. It's my second favorite of the weeded Buffalo Trace mash bill behind William Lord Weller. Dude, it's only 10:51 in California. Stanley knows what's up. He's fine. He's fine. Dude, Tim, that's great, man. And that's so all right. You guys ready for some tea, sis? Okay, here it comes. I'm about to spill the tea. About to go off, sis. Okay, so I have a little whiskey club where I live, and I try to be super welcoming and loving and educational to all the new people. And there's this guy, he doesn't live where I live. He lives in another town, and he's trying really hard to find some specific bottles of bourbon. And I've tried to hint to him that, you know, my group isn't a buy and sell trade group. You need to definitely seek out the pages that are, because if you want the whiskeys that you're looking for, you're going to have to go secondary. Because, first of all, his number one that he asks for all the time is Stag Junior. And, all right, you guys tell me if I'm an asshole. I want to hear your honest opinions. So I told him literally tonight, I said, look, first, there's two things. Number one, Stag Junior is released twice a year. Once in the fall, once in the spring. It is gone at MSRP within 10 to 14 days of release from every store that got it in the area that we live in, or the area I live in, which is where he's asking the question. And so the only bottles you're going to find are going to be marked above $100, sometimes up to $200. If you're willing to pay that, you can probably find one still after 2 weeks further. So, oh my God. Daniel, how does it feel to be the shortest lived mod in history? I'm just kidding, man. I'm just playing. You can call me an asshole. That's the kind of honesty I expect from my mods. Keep me in check, bro. Yeah. So anyways, I was like, first of all, comes out twice a year. It's gone in 2 weeks. It's already gone, so stop asking. Don't make it weird. If you are looking for one, I can probably help you find one locally, but it's going to cost you 150, 200 bucks. And he was like, all right, well, whatever. And I said, and secondly, you live in Austin, Texas. So I don't know if you guys know anything about Texas, but Austin is a huge friggin' town. Midland, Odessa is 250,000 people max, like all in. Why are you living in Austin asking people in rural Texas where to find Stack Jr.? Like, to me, it seems, I don't know, it seemed contrived. And so I was like, look, in Austin, you're going to have a much better chance of getting whiskey, especially Stag Jr. Become friends with the manager of your local whiskey store or your local liquor store, the highest volume one you can find. Shop with him consistently, and whenever you know that there's a release coming out, mention it that you're looking for a bottle and see if they can help you find a bottle. And stop asking for Stag Jr. on my page because you're making it weird. Just kidding. I didn't say that last part. It was implied. Oh, poor man's Babby. Yeah. What makes no sense? What I said? Was I incoherent? I might be incoherent. It's been 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 53 seconds. So I'm probably way less coherent than when I started the stream. And also, I went through a whole Bourbon Junkie stream. So there you go. Yeah, Tim, I agree. Be genuine and share whiskey. That's the best advice you can give to anyone, for sure. So Boba Bath Bourbon just said his local store's distributor, I can't even re-say the word the way I screwed it up. His local distributor made him buy 8 cases of 2 Buck Chuck wine and several cases of Ancient Age to get 4 bottles of Stag Jr. That's not even a damn case of Stag Jr. And honestly, it's pretty light. That's a pretty light purchase order to pull 4 bottles of Stag Jr. I know around here, you have to scratch their back on vodka. Like, you have to buy so many cases of Wheatley vodka to get any kind of Stag Jr., Rock Hill Farms, Buffalo Trace. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Also, the 3-tier distribution system in Texas, but I'm not going to complain because I could be in states with control like Alabama or Ohio, where the state decides exactly what bottles go to what stores. Sorry, guys. My dog just ran over the cord to my spotlight for my my little set here, and I thought it was going to come down. So, what's up, baby girl? You want to come sit with me? Come here. All right, never mind. Sorry, guys. I was a little bit distracted. Daniel, I'll ask for support. I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm very fortunate to just be able to hang out and drink with you guys, for sure. How did it work for him, Tim? I'm interested to hear about that. Like, if you try to position it vodka, you might be able to move more of it, for sure. Oh my gosh. All right, so Scary Peeper. There was this thing that I had a youth minister one time when I was growing up. I grew up very, very, very religious, and I had a youth minister, and he said, he said, which of these is a verse from the Bible, which one isn't? And that the one that wasn't was God helps those that help themselves, which that's not in the Bible. That's just a thing that religious Baptists made up to make people work harder and whatever. Well, I can tell you right now that the bourbon gods help those that help themselves. Like, if you're not putting in the effort, if you're not making the rounds, if you're not taking those people breakfast, if you're not in there helping them taste what you've gotten from them, if you're a taker and you're only there on allocated Thursdays and you don't buy beer, vodka, gin, whatever, if you can't find a Stag Junior, it's probably because in a market like Austin, Texas, it's probably because you are not of value to the retailer that you're seeking a Stag Junior from. So there you go. Bubble Bath Bourbon. I hope that's correct. Peppa. She was in bed with Mom. She was in bed with hot buttery breadsticks, and she wanted to see what Daddy was doing, so she came in here to check on me. She's a good little dog. She's a half Havanese Terrier, a quarter Shih Tzu, and a quarter French Poodle. So she's a Havashih-Tzu. That is not a real breed, but it is now. So you're welcome. Nice. Yeah. One more cast. I'll tell you right now, Houston's a great area to hunt in because there's a lot of people in Houston that drink that won't necessarily spend $100 on Pappy or BTAC. So go to the people that are moving a bunch of plastic bottles of vodka and ask them if they're getting any kind of allocations for hyper exclusive stuff. Because my little brother was in Houston and he lived in downtown Houston, and the best liquor stores are not the big chains in the rich part of town. They're, the ones that are a little rougher to get into, and because they move a ton of bottom shelf stuff, which is what the distributor requires you to do in order to get allocations. So as long as retailers accept what distributors do and people pay for it, then nothing will change. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. It's your fault. I don't know what that's implying, but yeah, it certainly is. I mean, you and my wife would get along. Havashih-Tzu. Come on. Ben, I am not a Texan born and raised. I'm a Texan by the grace of God. I was born a New Mexican, and I was fortunate enough to move away from the land of disenchantment at a pretty young age. So there you go. One Mocast Specs. I hate Specs. Their allocation game is whack. Not Jeffrey Whack, which is awesome. Like whack as in with an F. Fucking terrible. Didn't care for it. Don't like it. But yeah, I don't support Specs. I support my local. I don't know if you guys know Pinky's or Western Beverage. You probably don't. But if you look on some of the secondary sites, some of my less scrupulous buddies have moved some of our store picks, and they are exceptional. We have some of the best store picks in the country out of a small town in West Texas. Yeah, man. So Ben, my whole life, except for a brief excursion to the Northeast, has been lived in a 150-mile radius. So I was born in Portales, which is eastern New Mexico, and then I moved to Lubbock. Actually, I moved to Connecticut for a brief time. My father did his undergraduate at Yale University. He got an architecture degree from Yale, and then moved back to Albuquerque, which I just broke my 150-mile radius. But he did his med school at University of New Mexico at Albuquerque, and then we moved to Lubbock and grew up mostly in Lubbock, Texas, and then now I live 2 hours south in Midland. no one cares. This is boring, but now you know a little bit more about me. So I'm Southwestern for sure, for sure. Yeah, nice. That's great, Coco. Yeah, one more cast. I mean, if you want to hit specs, you can. You've got to get there and make friends with their whiskey. So they usually have like a subject matter expert. If you can make friends with the whiskey manager and pull allocations, then for sure you can get in at specs. But I just haven't had any luck with that, and it's frustrating because well, hell, they pulled like 8 Smoke Wagon single barrel store picks, 8 of the Smoke Wagon private barrels, and I didn't get a single bottle of it from them. I was able to purchase some through secondary, but I mean, crap, that's not the way it's supposed to go. You should be able to get one. So. Yeah, so Alberta is not only does rye come from there, but also oil too, right? I mean, that's Alberta oil field is big time. I have never tried a whiskey from Brookshire, Texas, and also I've never heard of Brookshire, Texas. So I need to Google that. And if you could put in the chat what the name of the whiskey company is, I'd love to find out. Yeah, Tim, Smoke Wagon picks go in minutes, if not seconds. The online releases are the worst, right? So I saw a couple come out in New York last week over Thanksgiving, and I was really hoping to pull one. They were $150 a piece, which is like double MSRP from Aaron, and they were gone. They were freaking gone. There was nothing I could do about it. Okay, so Daniel, if the specs you guys are talking about has a K in it, it is 100% different. The specs I'm talking about is SPEC apostrophe S. Dude, Tito, 13-year-old Smoke Wagon? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Come on with it. Yeah, Tim, I actually got lucky. I got 2 of them out of the Northeast for less than $80 a piece 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, but I'm a Smoke Wagon fanboy, crackhead, man whore, whatever. Yeah, Tito, if you'll send me a taste of that Smoke Wagon 13-year, I will send you a taste of a Smoke Wagon 13-year that I have. We can do a little sample swap. We can do a little blind sample exchange. We won't be blind. We'll both be very aware of what's going on. Oh, Shire Distilling Company. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, so as a massive nerd, I love the Shire because, Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's a fantastic film, series of films. You should definitely watch them if you have a whole weekend, 3-day weekend. So, yeah. Yeah, Ben, I don't have 20, I have 10. Well, I have 10 private barrels. If you count uncut and filtered, small batch, and straight bourbon and Desert Jewel, yes, I'm probably the guy that had 20 of them. So, yeah. Yeah. Now, Tim, Aaron is fantastic. He's a great dude. He's actually messaged me a couple times on Instagram. I'm not name dropping. I'm just saying, like, he's just a really freaking down to earth dude. And he reached out to a guy in a place where his distribution doesn't reach. And, he's just the coolest freaking dude, man. Bubble Bath Bourbon says, go read The Hobbit. though, don't watch the trilogy. Yeah, man. I read The Hobbit. I read The Hobbit as a young child. I was in fourth or fifth grade, and I will tell you that the films are not true to the book. But at the same time, I felt like they did the best they could, and I didn't care. I didn't mind it. I love the Hobbit films too. Percheron. One Mocast, I don't know what you mean by Percheron. Unless that's the town that you're talking about. Chris, do you have yippee not working tomorrow? It's almost 2 there. It is definitely 1:10 in the morning. And I do have yippee it's in the other part of the house. I don't know if yippee is like a secret hangover cure, but I'm going to go take a big slug of it just to make sure. God, it's awesome, Ben. I love that story, man. I love it. That's great. Oh, Percheron is from the Shire. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Awesome. Mike, welcome to the chat, man. Also, there's only 14 people in the chat now. And I have to take my daughter to powerlifting in 5 hours. So much as I love you guys, I'm going to have to shut this down. Mike, I freaking hate to do this to you, man. Because I know you just got here, and I respect and appreciate your presence. But I'm going to have to close it down. Scary Peeper, Midwinter Night Stream at $110 or less is absolutely worth the hype if you like seasonal things. So to me, Midwinter Night Stream is it's a quintessential week of Christmas to New Year's rye whiskey. Bring it, share it with your brother, share it with your mom, share it with your sister, give some to your dad. Like, it's amazing. I love it. So, yeah, Bellow Bath Bourbon, buy every single bottle that you can at $70. Every single one. Yeah. One Mocast, thank you so much. I will go and subscribe to your channel. Appreciate you being here. You're awesome. Guys, I'm done. I have got to pour a little bit of whiskey to toast you guys, though, with. So, you know what? It's a special occasion. It's now Wednesday morning. I'm going to go with the Boone County, give myself just a little touch, and I'm going to toast you guys because it's rude to toast a dry glass. Happy holidays. Thank you all for making this stream successful. I love everybody. Appreciate y'all being here, and we'll see you real soon. Love you.